violin or the piano, anything that made sense, but the drums.
100.7 WMMS.
How the hell did I miss the Krungbin show, by the way? I fire up Cleveland.com, and they were at Jacobs Pavilion last night.
I ran into a bunch of people on my way to...
oh, my God.
To the Funny Bus. There's some buddies of mine that were on the way to the Krungbin show.
I'm so bummed. That is such a great band.
Jake Seeds mentioned it. He's like, hey, you going to Krungbin? I'm like, I've never heard of Krungbin.
Love them.
He was there.
I got to get some friggin' calendar going or something. I put shows in my phone all the time, but, man, this one went right by me. And it was probably packed out, too. They're a Texas band. They're from Houston or Austin or something, but, yeah, they're dynamite. They're like a trio, and they play all kinds of weird funk type of stuff, but they kind of had a write-up on it at Cleveland.com. It's like, God damn it, I'm missing that show. I don't like missing shows. There's a billion shows coming through I couldn't give a fat frog's ass about. That one, though, I would have really liked to have been there. But it was not to be. That was a band that kind of started to blow up right when COVID shut everything down. So that killed their touring. But I bet they packed them in last night. I like them. How was the Funny Bus? It's a stupid question because it's always fun.
It's always a blast.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Weather was good.
It was a little chilly, so we had the windows down.
Oh, you did?
But it was still really fun.
I don't think I've been on a Funny Bus where the windows were.
This is the first one I was on because, I mean, it was like high 50s. So it was a little too chilly to have the windows open. I was with Sarah. She's very funny. I've known her for a long time, so she was roasting me pretty hard.
Okay.
Like, dig it into me.
Yep.
To the point where she's like, I'm sorry I'm being so mean to you. I'm like, it's fine. I can take it.
Why was she
funny.
roasting you on the bus?
Because every time I would try and make a joke, she just is quick.
She thought you were stealing her thunder.
I mean, she just was, I don't know, she was just having fun. It was,
okay.
It was not in like malicious way.
Yeah, of course.
It was fun.
All right. Well, good. Well, if you want to join us on one of the Funny Buses, I mean, they do them all the time, but Wednesday nights in June, or Alan Cox Show night. So me and Bill going alternating weeks. I will be your host next week. I'll have passes for you to join us on Monday and Tuesday. But the tickets always go very, very quickly. So go to funnybus.net. I think as of this morning, there are a couple of tickets left for next Wednesday. But if there's another date you want to go, maybe you want to go on one of the tours that has nothing to do with us. That's fine, too. They'd love to have you. So funnybus.net for the information. The Guardians lose that series last night. The Rockies get 2 out of 3 over them there at Coors Field. 7-4 was the final. Rockies are not a good baseball team. So the Guardians popped a couple of wins in their column. And then the Guardians will be back here at home tomorrow night. The weekend series against the Nationals. Kansas City Royals are in town next week before the Guardians get out of town and go to Miami. So 7-10 tomorrow night on your FM home for Cleveland Guardians baseball. And then Saturday, of course, we'll start that brand new promo code around the corner here at CLE Clothing Company. You got today and tomorrow to use the promo code FLOWER for 20% off. You can do it online, too. Just make sure you use it. And then June, we'll start using what word?
Father.
No.
Oh, it didn't make sense. It never makes sense.
So stupid.
Crying. Machete.
State bird.
Oh, cardinal.
Yep. That's right. Didn't even get near it.
Even the second time when we knew it already.
Not even
Right.
near it. Yeah. All right. The something else that popped up. I was at Cleveland.com is the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. You've ever seen that? I don't like musicals, but it's about a fictional spelling bee, and it's kind of funny. They're showing it at Kane Park for the next couple of weeks. And as a former Illinois State Regional Spelling Bee champion and unabashed word nerd, I have a particular 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 interest in the subject matter. And so on the subject of states, I was looking at the words that the people in states have the hardest time spelling, and it will depress you. Because these are very, very simple words. It's not like people in Delaware don't know how to spell onomatopoeia. It's nothing like that. The Scripps Spelling Bee finals, I think, are tonight. And I still get triggered when I watch a spelling bee because as a dork...
They should put a trigger warning before it like they do with Goodfellas.
I know. There will be strong language in this that you won't understand or know how to spell. That should be the trigger warning. And listen, now it's all Indian kids.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that wasn't the case. And so...
Oh, that started when I was a kid.
Did it?
Yeah.
God bless them. I mean, they've taken over the spelling bee circuit, and good for them. They're doing the work, and they're studying hard. It wasn't... I mean, we had Indian kids, but I mean, now they consistently take it. And so anytime I kind of click in and watch one of these spelling bees, I remember... I can immediately go back to that time in my life because I was not an athlete. So and I certainly wasn't a mathlete either. Mary was probably a mathlete.
I was. It was called Academic Challenge.
Right.
Their version of the mathletes.
That's like that. It's like they do those game shows on Sunday morning on Channel 19.
It was a game show, yeah.
No, we weren't televised, right? We just got, if you had any facility with language and words, it would naturally come to you that you go, oh, I'll just do spelling bees then. Nothing cool about them. But I was like, you could get some money for school, that kind of stuff. And you would get, stacks and stacks of pages of words to study. Each letter of the alphabet had its own, 50-page stack of words. And then you would try to study them. And so I think the Scripps Spelling Bee finals are tonight. But Google, in their infinite wisdom, because of all the data that they can collect, they compiled how to spell searches in all the 50 states. Google looks at the states. This is what people are asking how to spell the most in the states. Of course, the winning word. Anybody remember the winning word from last year's Scripps Spelling Bee?
Character.
Oh.
Character?
Restaurant. These are just words that I can't spell.
Aluminum.
No.
Definitely.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is it grat or grad?
I'm congrats, man.
Yeah. Yeah. God, what was the one my dad? He would remind me, and I still do it to this day. Oh, separately. He goes, remember, the middle of it is a rat.
Oh, there you go.
Separately. Some people make it L-E-Y. Of course, it's E-L-Y. Anyway. Samophile was the winning word last year. Samophile is it's a botany term. It's a sand-loving organism. It's P-S-A.
Oh, there it is.
M-M-O-P-H-I-L-E. So if you know the word, you can maybe get the O-file part right. But Samophile, that was the winning word last year. I don't know what the grand prize is. I just remember I won about 5.
Like tuition or something, right?
I don't know about that. They give you a big check. But maybe it's different now, but when I won, I got $5,000 for college, right?
Whoa.
So.
I misspelled raisin.
What'd you spell it? S-O-N?
R-A-S-I-N.
R-E-N? You did not.
R-A-S-I-N. I didn't know there was a sneaky little I.
Oh, R-A, like rosin, but with an A instead of an O.
R-A-S-I-N.
I see.
I never
R-A-S. Now, how far into the process were you?
Like 3rd or 4th round. Not far. This was in elementary school. So I don't even remember how old. Maybe 4th or... No, it wouldn't have been 4th or 5th grade. Maybe 4th or 5th grade, actually. I didn't know about that I. R-A-I-S-I-N. I'll never misspell it again.
That's why I felt like such a jag-off years ago when I got knocked out in the first round of the Mike Polk 4th of July spelling bee. Remember that?
Loser.
You'd line up, and I'd be like, oh, I got this, man. They're not going to throw anything at me. But I think I was like, oh, boy. I was about 8 bottles deep by then, so I couldn't remember. But anyway, so Google goes, here are the words getting Googled the most by state, how to spell. And Ohio's is equal. Now, mind you, I can understand why that would be difficult because, of course, Ohio has no equal. Oh, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even from here. Give it up.
You did it.
California, their most searched is, how do you spell pretty? Because in California, you want to know if you are, because your entire livelihood could depend on it. New Mexico can't spell quiet. I don't know why. There's not a lot going on out there. Chaos, animal, field, ally. Virginia can't spell the word said, S-A-I-D. So, I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can't spell anything. I'm
Utah
terrible.
can't spell Mississippi.
They don't care to.
Nebraska can't spell California. And Maryland can't spell Pennsylvania, but they're right next door, aren't they?
Still hard to spell.
Maryland borders Pennsylvania. I mean, I know how to spell. We border Pennsylvania. I know how to spell it. I lived there for many years.
Are a word nerd. You like to spell
But it's
things.
a proper name. Wordner doesn't help you with proper names because they don't follow the rules of anything.
Okay.
I know how to spell Pennsylvania.
Good.
R-A-S-I-N.
You did it.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, you got
Yeah.
it. Nailed it.
There's autocorrect. I'll use that.
Well, it's funny.
But sometimes I do have that situation where I spell things so wrong that autocorrect's like, I can't help you. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know what this is.
This is not a word. You're dumb. Beyond my capabilities.
It's like the Gaffigan joke about writing out a note for somebody based on the words you know how to spell.
Mm-hmm.
See it to Mart next week.
Mm-hmm.
It was like somebody was talking to me. I remember what the conversation on the air was, but somebody texted me yesterday, and she was like, yeah, my husband made a comment that this younger generation isn't going to be able to develop critical thinking when the answers are so readily available to them. And I was like, well, I get where you're coming from, but the answers were always in the back of the textbook. The answers have always been there. You just had to know which page to go to. So the fact that you can Google something in half a second, yeah, but
that's not what
the
critical
answers
thinking
of,
is.
huh?
That's not what critical thinking is. Though.
Well, my inference when she says younger generation is how you learn things.
Right.
And primarily when you're young, the way you learn is in school. So I think you can still, my thought of it is always, and I agree with everyone's criticisms about kind of the dumbing down of whatever in social media, but my thought is always that we've also been given more opportunities to learn things because of the information that's available. It's just most people don't care to look. Or it is increasingly difficult to determine what's true and what's not. That's part of it.
And then there's people that just focus on learning things or just not learning important things. I just downloaded an app called Uno where it gives you like a little refresher on
Uno, Bill. It's a card game.
No, stupid. It's a different thing. I know what Uno is. It's like an app where it's just like, hey, do you want to know some things that you should have known anyway, but you didn't pay attention in school? Get this app. And I was like, oh, that's perfect for me because I did not pay attention in school.
I also wonder, when they talk about things you should know, what do they mean? They mean things that are already taught in school.
Yeah.
These are things you should know for when you get older.
Yeah.
Their vested interest is teaching you because that's what they teach.
Mm-hmm.
A history teacher will go, you need to know this. And obviously people go, I'm not going to need to know this. It makes for a more well-rounded person. But my question is always, what is necessary to know? I mean, I want to know
your daily life, man.
Well, that's what you want to know. That's what keeps you from going postal on people. But I mean, I want to know as much as I possibly can. Even though I won't use it, but it would be nice to know.
My lesson today will be on. Yesterday was Socrates.
He was a philosophizer.
Wait,
yeah,
who?
You got it. Philosophizer.
Who is teaching this?
It's this app called Uno.
Oh, Uno.
Card game app.
Oh, I
Uno.
see.
And today is Isaac Newton. I haven't done
Gravity.
today's yet.
Right.
Yeah.
See, look, you need one word association. Socrates, philosophizer.
How do you spell it?
F-I-L-L.
Nailed it. Good enough.
Yeah, that's $5,000 for school.
Isaac Newton gravity.
Mm-hmm.
No, Isaac Newton, is he gravity? Inertia.
Isaac Newton gravity, yes. Now, it
Who's
existed
inertia?
before. Huh?
Who did inertia? Was it also Newton?
Probably Newton. Yes, gravity and inertia, probably. A body at rest stays at rest.
An object in motion. Yeah, Isaac Newton.
Remains in motion, yes.
Yeah. Only stops if another force acts upon it.
Right. But again, the you-know thing, Socrates, right? I had to study a lot of Socrates in college. But Socrates, even though most scholars don't really question it, there is technically no record of Socrates existing. Just like there's no record of Jesus existing.
Yeah, Socrates had no written work.
Right. Neither did Jesus.
Right.
So if you believe in either of those guys, and I probably believe in 50% of those guys, you kind of got to go with, well, here's the best of what we've got.
Listen, Alan, stop spewing your anti-Socrates. We get it, all right? You're a reformed Socratean, and
I'm more into Plato. I'm more of a Platonic than a Socratic method. But it's up to Bill's got his website and his app, and it's fine.
Now ask me something about Socrates. We'll see if I learned anything.
How much did you read?
I mean, it's like a 10-minute lesson, so it's not. It's a quick overview.
They teach you about the Socratic method and all that?
Yeah, he called it. What did they call it? It was don't say it. They're ladies. His mom was one. Not Milk Maiden, something like that. Though.
No, okay. Well, there's a lot to unpack. So
what's that? Yeah, I didn't learn a lot.
Okay, well,
it.
I mean, Milk Maiden's in there somewhere.
It's like a what is that called? A midwife. Midwife.
Midwife. Okay.
Midwifery or something like
Midwifery?
that. Midwifery.
Yep.
Yeah, that's his. And he he says, I don't know anything. So that's my.
Well, that was Socrates' whole thing, right?
Yeah.
The Socratic paradox was I was conscious that I knew nothing. The smartest people are the ones who realize they don't really know anything. But your life's goal is to try to ascertain those things.
Yeah, and asking questions. He's just asking questions.
Like our modern day philosophers on Facebook. I'm just out here asking questions. I'm just doing my own research.
Listen, man, questions are important. You know?
Are they?
How fast are you? It's a big one. Nobody
Are
asks
they?
that anymore.
How when you're a kid, you ask that all the time.
You need that now.
Yeah.
How fast are you?
How fast are you?
Before I take you seriously, I need to know how fast you are.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
How high can you jump?
Even Brian and I did that. It was one of the funniest things that we had a huge laugh over because when they were visiting in New York, his daughter Blake's playing on the playground. And we're just sitting there watching the kids. And I looked over at him. I was like, how high can you jump? And he was like, what? And I was like, I just watched that little kid like jump on top of this play structure. It looks pretty high. I was like, how high can you jump? So then we filmed ourselves jumping.
Yeah.
To try, like from 2 feet, just straight up in the air. Is harder than you think it is.
Comparing
like,
verticals.
Especially like if you haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah. Like regular people just jumping, it's not that high.
No.
And I don't mean like bending your knees to jump on top of something.
Yeah,
just
you mean like
you don't mean like
your
straight up.
vertical is probably 12 inches, maybe.
Because like when I do a box jump at the gym, I can jump from standing like up to 18, sometimes 24 inches. But that's bending your knees and getting up there. But just a straight up vertical.
Well, a box jump
is
is also kind of technically propelling yourself forward.
Right,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, but when you just have to stand still.
Straight up.
And jump straight up, that's an important question. How high can you jump? Not that high.
Just flat getting away from gravity.
Yes.
Was his higher than yours?
He cannot jump very high. He
Really?
does not have a good vertical. For as tall and as thin as he is, not a great vertical.
All right. But his horizontal is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah! All right, man. She said it. They've had sex. All right.
Sorry I made that about sex, Mary.
I know. All right. What are you going to do?
So gross. All right. Hey, if you want to text 35192 to get me there, AlanCoxShow.com. We'll fly the pictures through the air for you, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device.